also like topics later. Prabhuji, especially when you are doing like...
I'm not doing anything today. I'm relaxing now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Just wait. Done. Yes, so who is taking up the chalo? So people are raring to go.
Prabhuji, mine is the seventh topic, which is while contemplating the object of the senses, a person develops attachment for them.
Chalo, Sangeeta Mataji wants to present. Yes,
Yeah.
we do present.
Yes, I have shared it with you. I'll try from my side, Prabhuji, this time.
Yes.
I'll open from my Gmail, which I sent it to you. 1 minute. Okay.
No, wait a minute.
Okay.
I make a co-host, so you will be able to present.
Okay.
Okay. And I make a small note. My notes, you know, for what? Ready to be a teacher or what? What all needed to make this person ready to be a teacher? I want 1008 teachers. One more thing. You're all my best friends. See, registration, what is happening? Yesterday, I have social media expert, I call it. So what's happening? Last 2, 3 batches struggling. He said, you're saturated out your the internet now. Yeah, we squeezed it. And now we have squeezed it. 500,000 people you got. That's all you can get. So by this way. So now you understand? Through me, it has done, not from your side. So what you need to do is that you can go to the locate this our ad, which is there in my Facebook page. Little hard work, please do, because you all are well wishers and you know this should happen. The course should go on, even though I am out of it now, but I'm not feeling good. This batch we really struggled, and we had so many difficulties to even reach 20,000, and which where we used to be 60, 70,000. So what I wanted was, see, this is my Facebook page. This is what we got a new design done this time. So little we are trying on our part. So you please share it, locate this. I'll give you the link of this. I don't know whether I did last time. I'll locate this and please start sharing in your wherever you like, in your in a WhatsApp or wherever, download from here and make it vigorously popular. Propaganda. And if you any one of you know some newspaper correspondent something, I can talk to them. I can give some. I cannot give ad cost because they could lax it. They cannot pay ad. But you know, they sometimes bring an article for us. We can give a small ad. So some consideration. That article will take more mileage than our small ad. You understand? So please work on this area. So the course should be 1 lakh registration or target. And we have gone down. Okay, yes, Sarita Mataji, start. You're from Mangalore only, no?
Yes, Prabhuji. Right now in Bangalore.
Or you are in Bangalore now?
Working here.
Yes.
Okay. Let me open the presentation from my Gmail. Is it visible, Prabhuji? I open
It's not visible to me.
Okay, maybe I need to first share the screen. I'm not very good at it. I'll try, Prabhuji.
No, again, go to Zoom, say share that green button, no? To the top.
Okay.
That's it. Big deal. Your children's also doing it. Somebody can tell her what is the mistake.
Is it visible now?
No.
No, Mataji, you'll have to share, select which screen you want to share.
Yeah, I clicked on that and I clicked on document. So that's when I came here to Gmail and opened the content.
It's better you share your screen, Mataji, rather than the document.
This is the whole screen. Document will be visible. Don't worry. If not what
Okay.
is there in your screen, you will close your eyes.
Okay. Okay, let me try that now. Screen, yeah, I got that option.
Host has disabled the.
Is it visible now?
No, Mataji, still it's not visible.
Okay.
Mataji, otherwise you post in the group, somebody can share for you. Maybe Vivek Prabhu can share for you.
Yeah, Mataji.
I don't know, it's in presentation. I sent it from my office ID to my personal ID. Prabhuji, do you mind opening it from your side? I'm so sorry.
No, no problem. Anybody can open. Vivek can open. You have given a link to us?
No, I have sent it to your Gmail ID, Prabhuji.
Okay. What is your email?
Gita Smile 82. I have sent it day before yesterday.
GETA?
Yeah, GEETHA. Assignment 2.
Oh, you made a PowerPoint.
Yeah, at this time I made a slide. Maybe you can take back the control and.
No, no problem. I always have the control.
Yeah, okay, you can see. First, can I go ahead, Prabhuji?
That's not it. But you, whenever you present, you all learn one more thing. We should see the Acharya Prabha mantra. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Dashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Charne Vishwashri Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Yes, Mother, start.
Okay, Prabhuji. So let me read the text first, 62 and 63, then we can take it forward. Text 62. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsam Sangasteshopajayate Sangasteshayate Kamaha Kamakrodha Abhijayate. 62 and in 63. Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammoha Smriti Vibhramaha Smriti Bhramshad Buddhinasho Pranashyati. So translation of both the text is, while contemplating the object of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. And for such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises. So here what we can see, these material senses are interlinked, and how it spoils one's in material nature, and they drown totally in the material nature. And second verse, the translation is, from anger, delusion arises, and from delusion, bewilderment.
Continue from delusion.
Okay, from delusion, bewilderment of memory. From memory, when memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and intelligence is lost. One falls down again into the material post. So here I have taken a small, I mean, some situations that was given in the purport, wherein sense pleasure. So when someone comes in the sense pleasure, what happens? It is like we are not leave about the people who are in material nature. It is not even left the demigods like Lord Shiva. So when there was one incident quoted in the Purport where when Lord Shiva was meditating deeply, so he was agitated by goddess Parvati, and that is how Kartikeyan was born. That is what they said. So though he was in deep meditation, he was like easily agitated by Maya. So it was in the form of goddess goddess Parvati. I'm so sorry. And here there are some examples given of a pure devotee, how they pass the test and then um, uh, how they pass the test and come over of this Maya test. Okay, so here they have quoted a pure devotee, Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur was allured by Maya, and he could easily come out of it by the loving service of God. And then there were also with the help of higher taste, and the higher taste that he built it over the period of time from his loving service of devotional service of Lord. So this is what I wanted to quote in the first slide. Prabhuji, if you can go to the next slide.
You should explain this, the 8 stages. Yeah, what are the stages?
I have explained a few things in the next slide. That is there.
Okay, so explain what are the next time.
Prabhuji, I can still see the first slide. Okay. So here we have explained the consequences if one fixes his or her consciousness in sense enjoyment. So the attachment. So we all are like very much aware. So how this attachment is built over the period of time. So once we are mother or maybe father, so we have that love and attachment to our kids, and after that our grandchildren, and then great grandchildren. So that is how the attachment builds on. And then desire. So every time we want more, I want more and everything. So that is the desire. And anger, from this desire. So anger, when we don't get that desire fulfilled, so that is when anger arises. And then delusion. So we are in the total imaginary world where when yeah, that is what overall delusion. And loss of memory. From the delusion, so we lost our memory, and then loss of reason. So we really lose that what is the main purpose of we getting this birth, or why we have this body in this material world. So we totally miss that reason. And then totally, if you can see the picture also, utter ruin of this entire purpose of the life. So a person is drowning there. Here this depicts the person is totally drowning in the material world. That is what I wanted to quote here. And then sense control. So how we can come out of this. So here, by reading Bhagavad Gita, maybe getting lectures from people like you, Prabhuji. So what we can understanding Krishna is a creator and he is an enjoyer, Kshetrajna, and we are part and parcel of the super soul. So if we understand this simple truth, then it's easy for us to control our senses. And knowing the new duty of Atma. So we are the eternal servant of the super soul. So if we understand that, we'll be completely engaged in the service of Lord and pure love of God. So here, I think you all would have experienced while maybe chanting or maybe while you're taking any devotional services. So here, once you experience that love, I think you are ready to leave any of the sense enjoyment that you were in earlier. So you all would have experienced. I myself have experienced that. So that is the power of pure love of God and faith in devotional service. So I have added a picture here of Prahlad Maharaj, where he was tortured by his Father so much. However, his unconditional love for God and unconditional faith in God, it was saved him from all the torture that he had to go through. So that is the faith that we all should have, and definitely in the form of Narasimha, God will definitely come and He will help us to, get elevated from this material world and being sattvic. And this plays a major role in our life where being sattvic, and it is not only in eatable practice, everything, and even in your thinking way. So if you are sattvic, that will definitely help you to come out of this material world and the Maya, whatever we have. And the higher taste is once you have, once you're into devotional mode, so that is when you will be able to build a higher taste, and then whatever sinful activity that you were doing without your knowledge, so you can avoid all that, and that will be totally eliminated from your life and the life what you're leading. And last but not the least, Sankirtan mantra, the Hare Krishna mantra, what we are chanting now, whatever rounds that you're chanting, keep on improving that, and completely, if we can have faith and focus on Lord's name itself, so we can definitely control our senses. This is what all of us are experiencing already, and we can improvise on that. So this is what we were talking about in the second slide. Prabhuji. I have one last slide where the comparison between devotees and non-devotees. So here there are some, not all the qualities that I've captured here, some of the main qualities of devotees and non-devotees. So the first one is worship the true God. So we are in this material world, we can say that we are so much into I mean, in service of demigods. So here we need to understand the Supreme Lord. So when Prabhuji was explaining, you water the root, so that is important, so that will reach to all the parts of the tree. So that is what important. You pray, you have a faith in Supreme Lord, so that will definitely, that will satisfy all the rest of the demigods, because demigods and this entire world and universe is the creation of Lord, and that can satisfy, because it is very difficult to pray all 84,000 crores of gods, demigods. So it is easy, you just focus your mind in service of Lord, so that will definitely satisfy the rest of the demigods and whoever it is. So selfless devotion service. Here again, I want to give some of the great devotees like maybe Haridas Thakur and Prahlad Maharaj, and even for that matter Ambarish. You would have heard Ambarish Maharaj, how he was being tortured by great saint Durvasa Muni. However, how he can come out of it, he had that selfless devotions and faith in Lord, and that is what I would put here. And then pure heart, no distraction from these three modes of material nature. So we all know the three modes of material nature. So we won't get agitated by these three modes of transport at any point of time if you are truly engaged in the devotional service. So desireless in action. So here karma yoga, where you do your best in whatever you're doing, and rest you leave it to the Lord. So he will take care of it, but you make sure you're putting your heart and soul in whatever you're doing. So next, mental stable in all conditions. So whatever conditions that you put in, so you are completely stable in whatever you are doing. So that is another great qualities that we can see in devotees. And that then self-knowing. So once after reading, after knowing, at least after crawling in your, I mean, crawling daily steps in devotional services, so it is, we all will get to know that why are we here? Why this soul has taken this body? Why are we around with such set of people? So there is a reason for it, and there is a great what do you say, reasons behind it. So if we understand that, then automatically the devotion raises from this self knowledge. So that is what devotees, the qualities of devotees. And some of the so the non-devotees here, Rajasic and Tamasic. So these two modes where they would want to enjoy, the sense enjoyment is high in Rajasic and Tamasic. So confused understanding. So they don't have clarity in any of the understanding that they have, and always third one is feeling always I, me, and mine. This is mine. This is I did. So there is nothing that, I mean, they don't understand why they are in this world, if at all we are getting the great pleasure of in this life. So we need to understand there is a reason behind why we are getting all these facilities, why we are in such a good state of life. So we need to understand those ones, not always like I, me, and mine state of mind all the time. Sorrow and delusion, if things are not working in place the way they want, automatically they go into that sorrow mode and delusion mode. So the imaginary world, overpowering on overpowering of discriminative faculty. So always, what do you say? Maybe I can take a example of Ravana. So he was trying to overpower Sita Mata, and he tried to torture the entire life of Sita Mataji, and what he had done to her and to Rama and everything. We know that is history, so we all know about it. And extremely attached to family and maybe the belongings and material world. So that is another quality. So these are some of the qualities that I wanted to quote non-devotees. That's all, Prabhuji. So please forgive me if I made any mistakes and have gone wrong in any place of time. Please correct me.
When you say desireless in actions means he desiring to please the Lord. There is no personal desire. Okay?
Okay.
Nowadays in spiritual life, people say I should be desireless. We are not stoned, so we are desiring for Krishna's pleasure. That's all. Okay?
True.
You have written properly.
Thank you.
People will
Thank
listen.
you. Explain.
Then you started Krishna conscious when with us, or you are already chanting with whom?
Yes, I do.
With whom? With Shobha Mataji, with the Shiv Prasad Prabhu, who was your first teacher?
Prabhuji, you are my first teacher.
Yeah, still you learned Krishna consciousness. Good. Then, what do you say, my Canadian friend? Rishi, she's ready to be teacher, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
What she's doing here, we are surprised, no? Correct?
Sorry, I can't hear you. What was that?
I'm saying she's ready to be a teacher, no? What is it?
Prabhuji,
I don't know.
no.
That's she would know if she's ready.
Just jump into it. I'll give you 6 to 10-year-old children and in so much fun.
Prabhuji, I need to learn a lot of things.
You did.
Prabhuji.
You did Mataji. You did very nice slide presentation.
Isn't
That
it was quite clear. What do you say, Rishi?
yeah, it was clear. Very clear.
Very clear. She's very clear. Presentation was very systematic. Not only I'm seeing the point, Priyadarshini, I will present. I want to present. Wait, Priyadarshini Mataji. You are our, you always have first chance. You are the elderly Mataji. Okay, now, don't delay Mataji, Savita Mataji. You get tremendous spiritual advancement when you teach Krishna consciousness. How much? Tremendous spiritual advancement. Now, no need to wait at all. No need to. Okay, tremendous. See, I tell you, one class for me is equal to chanting 20 rounds. So much happiness I feel because I am spreading Krishna consciousness. We should not delay. You are already maintaining 16 rounds?
18 rounds, Prabhuji.
Oh, very good, very good. 2 more, one for husband, one for child, or like that?
Not really. My son, he's 10-year-old, and he's chanting 2 rounds every day.
Good. So you do one for your husband, one for your son. Mother also does like that. One for me, one for my brother, one for her husband, one for her. But not.
I had that thought when you said your mother is chanting 1 round for you, and
She's chanting one for me, one for her. But she doesn't chant one extra for her daughter-in-law. No such. I said today, one more you do free of her. No, not for that. Okay, so please start immediately, Mataji. Don't delay. How many languages do you know?
Kannada I know, Prabhuji, and then after that, it's official language English. That's how I'm just trying to be a little perfect in English.
Yes.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
Your strong is Kannada. You don't know these languages, other Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam.
No.
Right. So English and Kannada. We have huge demand in English and Kannada. Kannada is still only having some 2-3 slots. English is, we have set up even a school there now. What we have done, children.
But still, I need to complete Bhagavad Gita because I have not even taken complete quizzes in advanced classes. I still have 5 to 6, I think, I have to finish.
August 2nd is there, don't worry. August 2nd, while you do, you will learn while you do. I'm not giving you adult classes, children classes, small children. 6 to 10 years, they are so sweet. They make you happy when you get up.
Definitely, it is going to be very tough to answer some of their questions because I myself feeling that difficulty while I'm answering my son.
Your son will also sit when you're taking class of children. You'll prepare. You have to deal with them. No? By these children become your gunny bags. You learn by teaching so many people. I'm not giving you 10,000 people. I'll give you 100, 200, small group. So you also learn, and so the children group should be small. They want attention. They want question. They don't feel shy in asking question. Sir, I have a question. They ask question, and one person wrote to me. Last 3 times my son is raising hand, and the teacher is not allowed. So sensitive. We want small groups. Even for elders, we should have small groups actually. Because of shortage of teachers, we make with like 1,000 people. It's not good. People can't ask questions. Even in Hindi class at daily afternoon, 30 hands will be up. I answer 4, 5 and I leave it. How they feel bad, they can answer. Nobody is answering the question. Okay, Mataji, don't delay. Shubhasya Shigram.
Okay. Okay, thank you, thank you. Prabhuji, I just have a question if you allow me to ask. It's about that Guru Parampara that you explained. So in Bhagavad Gita that we got from ISKCON, so in the 33 or 32nd page, so we have that Guru Parampara. My only question is, this is actually came from my son. Why Arjuna's name is not there? Why didn't he preach Gita after directly getting it from Lord Krishna? Why his name is not there? Why he did not continue that Guru Parampara is question.
They will teach the son. They don't take public lectures. That is left to the Brahmanas in the Vedic culture. Brahmanas maintain very high level of purity. So they are the ones who become the teachers, not Kshatriyas. Kshatriya Parampara is there. Evam Rajayashayo Vidu. Arjuna may teach to his grandson Parikshit Maharaj. But public they don't give an address. Generally.
Okay.
Circles may be there. And another thing, number 2 thing is Vedavyasa is recording, and he's going to put it down. Vedavyasa taught Madhvacharya, who is our Paramparacharya in our Parampara.
Right.
Vedavyasa is the common there.
Right.
You know, one Parampara is coming from Brahma, Krishna Brahma Narada.
Right. Krishna Brahma Narada.
Kshatriya, common link is Vedavyasa. He's the one who put it down, everything into writing. Arjuna doesn't take notes. Vedavyasa is taking notes there. Trikalagna taking notes. And that Bhagavad Gita is protected by the Guru Parampara or the Acharyas. Because same verses you get. Otherwise, how do you know you're getting the same verses? Guru Parampara protects us down the same verses with the correct understanding you get. Okay?
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You don't ask all kind of questions without it. Why Arjuna is not there? He's fighting. In this business, not there to teach Gita. Business to fight, but he heard, he understood. He understood the message. Yes, Mataji. You know Devika Mataji?
Yes. Yeah, I always check with her for any confusion.
Okay, our Devika Mataji, our administrator.
True, I know. Yes.
Yeah, she is there. Chalo, I'll tell her to the next batch to put you on. Yes, next. Who wants to do next? Chalo bhai, fatafat. I have a desire by next year Janmashtami 1008 teachers. And good news, this Janmashtami temple construction already started. Balram Jayanti, we are taking Balarama's hala and digging the land.
Wow.
It's bound to start construction, and the detailed construction will go on. But
congratulations, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. If it was Corona was over, I would have sent a vehicle to bring you from Bangalore. Huh? Yes, Mataji. You want
We will come, Prabhuji.
Priyadarshini, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, we will come there, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you wait. Corona, I will do function, but we don't know what government does. By the time third wave might have started, and they're saying August May is the time third wave might start. People are roaming around the city in Mangalore without any.
Same here, Prabhuji. Same here. Yeah.
It will come. Another wave will come. They'll not learn. So let us be realistically. I expect it may start picking up. So I plan a good function, but I do not know if it really people are great. I goes my Kerala neighbor itself is boiling with heavy infection. We don't know, but I will not delay anymore my temple work. By the time Corona gets over, temple will be ready. Yes, Mataji. ठीक है, Sarita Mataji, take up the responsibility.
Prabhuji, she is Sangeeta Prabhuji.
Are?
Yeah, that was Sangeeta. Her name is Sangeeta.
Her name is Sangeeta.
Yes.
ठीक है. Sorry.
No problem.
ठीक है. Thank you. Now, who was Priyadashi Mata? You wanted to start early?
No, Prabhuji, next time, Prabhuji. I thought today you are going to give us a lesson, Prabhuji. The understanding was one day presentation, one day, your lecture,
My
Prabhuji.
presentation. You will all busy reading your notes. So good. Either I can do today, tomorrow. Next, who is there? I'm in the backup now, relaxing, enjoying life. I'm not taking level 1, I'm not taking level 2.
Prabhuji, do you have presentation tomorrow also, Prabhuji?
Huh?
Tomorrow also we have presentation? Tomorrow?
Yeah, you have 2 days now.
Then tomorrow I'll present, Prabhuji.
Yeah, merged it together now.
Yeah.
Hello, so who is doing now next?
Prabhuji, last time you had mentioned that you'll be taking 1 day class and 1 day will be for presentation, Prabhuji. So that's why I think many people are confused on that.
Don't worry. I already showed you. I'm ready. I've searched. I did my job. I've searched. My template is ready already. Yeah, tell me. Next, who is the ready person?
Prabhuji, I have a small one for presentation on question number 9.
Bhagavan.
Yes, sir.
Bhagavan Vacha. Bhagavan.
Draw general principles from Krishna's analysis of lust, and in the chapter 3, verses 36 to 43, and discuss the application these principles, personal practice of this is. So actually, in the 3rd chapter, Lord has assertively told Arjuna that importance of karma and advised him to follow Swadharma in all the situations, which is better. Shayan Swadharma. But later on, Arjuna has asked a very interesting question to him, query, which almost all people feel, that what is so much compelling the man to do sinful acts, although he is unwilling to do so, but still he is forced to act on that. So actually, once I have also read, Duryodhana also had once said, Janami dharmam nachame pravritti, janami adharmam nachame nivritti. I know the dharma, but I cannot follow it. I know adharma, what is not to be done, but still I do that.
Mahabharata, you got this.
Mahabharata. So then,
with the reference you sent me, of preaching it is very useful.
The living entities are actually part and parcel of the super soul. So they are potentially divine. They have divine qualities, no doubt, because we are part and parcel of the super soul only. But when they come in contact with the material nature, they forget their true relationship many times with God, and their eternal love for Krishna is also transferred, unfortunately, into lust. The material nature, because material nature consists of 3 modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Actually, the lust is born out of mode of passion, just like the good milk gets spoiled after coming in contact with the sour tamarind. Prabhupada has given an example. The lust, when it remains unsatisfied, gets converted into the wrath, which is in the mode of ignorance. And the wrath causes illusion. And this illusion continues the entanglement of the soul in the material existence. Therefore, the lust is the greatest enemy of the living entities, which we have to conquer. That should be our aim. But verses 3:37, they have mentioned, Kamaesha Krodesha Rajoguna Samadbhava Mahashano Mahapapma Vidyanam Hivairenam. Mahashano means all devouring, and Mahapapma means the greatest enemy. Lust is only a perverted reflection actually of love of God, which is naturally existing in every living entity. But care should be taken not to let this love of God deteriorate into the lust. One has partial freedom here. Actually, we have got the partial freedom by God. So we can allow the wrath getting degraded. We can, instead of wasting our life in sense gratification or transform the lust, we should try to transform the lust into love for God. By following, how do we do that? We can follow some prescribed religious lifestyle, spiritual attachment to the Supreme, remaining in devotional service. We should have faith in that. Actually, one example is given about Hanuman. Hanuman used to use his wrath on the enemies to satisfy Lord Rama. And in the same way, we can also employ wrath and lust and in Krishna consciousness and try to make them our friends rather than enemies. In short, from the mode of passion, we should upgrade ourselves to the mode of goodness. We should try to go upwards rather than getting into the mode of ignorance. The forces of lust and in our material life are terrible, very strong. To overcome them is not an easy task. Desires for sex satisfaction, position in the social life, for money, prosperity will always be working as the obstacles in the path of our self-realization. Unless we turn towards some higher level goals and transcend the modes of passion and ignorance, it is not possible to overcome them. The activities in Krishna consciousness only can help us in this process. If your actions are meant for the satisfaction of Krishna, we have a chance to escape the clutches of the material forces and liberate from here, this material world. Actually, there are 3 degrees of the covering of the living entities by which their super consciousness or true knowledge, you can say, is obscure. This covering of lust can be imagined in various forms, like 3 examples are given, 3 stages: smoke on fire, dust on mirror, and the embryo engulfed in the woman's womb. See, in the case of trees or non-living things, the level of consciousness is the lowest, practically 0. They have no chance, no opportunity given for self-realization. They are just helpless. They are like the embryos of mother's womb. Embryos are absolutely helpless. They have no freedom at all. They cannot do anything. So that's a last stage. Next stage is birds and beasts. And we can say in the second stage, we have some opportunity like chanting, some religious acts can be done to upgrade. But the man has got the greatest advantage, human life. We have the best chances of upgradation, because see, it's like smoke on the fire. Unless there is fire, there cannot be smoke. So there is some Krishna consciousness existing in us, and if we revive that, enlighten, try to do some chanting or devotional service, or try to upgrade, be exact, then we have opportunity to go up. The problem with the lust is that it is never satisfying, like a fire not getting extinguished due to constant supply of fuel. The sense enjoyment of living entities is endless. And that becomes the cause of the bondage, extending the material existence. This practically everyone in the material world has experienced. The lust is the greatest enemy and occupies the strategic positions of the body, namely mind, intelligence, and senses. Senses are the outlets for the activities, and mind is the center of all sense activities and full of ideas of sense gratification. Mind is above senses. Intelligence is still above mind, and intelligence is close to the soul, and it is influencing the soul. So if you connect the spirit soul to God, then probably there is a chance, opportunity that you can control your intelligence, and through intelligence, mind, and control the senses finally. So the Lord has, Krishna has preached Arjuna to regulate the senses in Krishna consciousness, to curb the forces of lust, which destroy the true knowledge and self-realization. The lust is called papamam, the great symbol of sins. And by devotional service of the Lord, he should turn the lust into love of God. Actually, the lust is reserved in the body, and our senses are different outlets, as I said. But when the super consciousness is awakened, they stop functioning. So the body actions can stop, but still our mind can remain active. And in mind also we may be doing that. So actually the ceasing of bodily actions is not good enough. Intelligence, which is above, it should control the mind. And it is closely accompanying the soul. So soul is also connected. So all the subordinate activities, we have to, unless we turn towards the higher level of goals, it is not possible, as I see. Lust is The main, to sum up, one should realize himself as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Lord, give up lust and desire, the greatest enemies of the conditioned soul. One need not give up the prescribed duties as such altogether or once at all. Well, we should always try to get situated in the transcendental, but still we should try to get situated in the transcendental position without getting influenced by material senses and directing the mind towards one identity by steady intelligence. Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Very nice. You grasped all the points. That was fantastic. And you repeated Prabhupada words. That is also very beautiful. Chaitanya Prabhu says, Yare deko tare kaho, Krishna Udesha. We repeat the words of Bhagavad Gita. Fantastic. Last time also you made a nice presentation. Right?
Trying to learn, beginner as such.
Yes, yes. You are chanting how many rounds now?
Sir, at the moment I am chanting only 2 to 3 times in a day.
If you chant more, you'll get realizations. See, generally when I go to college, and there was a time I was very strict. Boys and girls don't sit together in my class. If they're sitting together in my class, I tell them, please, in front of me, don't do that, sit properly. And I did say that. And when I won college, I remember I came out. So boy and girl were waiting outside the class to fight with me. Sir, why do you do like this? I said, see, fire and butter, if you put together, butter will melt. So at least in front of me, stay separately. What do I teach? You're sitting in the class, the boy and girl is scribbling something on each other's book, smiling at each other. Then another word goes on there. No, sir. I can handle it. What are you telling you can handle it? Nobody can handle this. It's very dangerous. So therefore, Vedic culture, girls and boys are given all respect, but they are kept. There is one level of separation. Just like I'm in my room, I teach I don't hesitate. I teach in colleges of both girls and boys. But when a girl has come, I go down. I speak in the temple hall. I don't call to my personal room. So some kind of distance. Boys, they can come in my room, they can sit with me, but no girls. I go down and in public area I speak. I don't speak privately. Correct?
Yes.
Why this is maintained? Some level of distance has to be maintained.
Yeah.
People do not understand this. So this is a dormant desire. Boy and a girl will see, it will be attraction will come, lust will start. And originally, actually, it's love. Many times there was one boy in 11th class. So he wrote to me that he will not be this year studying, and he's taking an ear drop. I said, my God, you're dropping an ear, gone crazy. Very nice school. Sometimes I visit there. So he said, no, sir. The reason is that I got entangled with a girl. I'm not able to study this year. I said, what are you up to? Yeah, just forget all this business. No, sir. She'll commit suicide if I leave her. Crazy. I say, at this age, sir, this is the third one. This is a standard situation. This boy was at least open to me. He was revealing his mind. But this is the situation today they're having. And then I said, can you meet me? So he came to my temple. I was talking to him, explaining to him. See, this is all lust. There's nothing love in it. Sir, in my case, it is love. I said, give you a slap. In my case, it is love. And the Maya convinces them it's love. I said, it's no lust, sir. I'm not desiring any sex, anything like that. Just I love her. I said, give you a slap. What love? Just like in movies, they say, no, I love you. What love you? प्यार हो गया, प्यार नहीं हो गया, काम हो गया. So this is Bhagavad ji, thank you very much. This is a very big topic actually.
Yeah, very big.
Hours we can go on this, and we can have a lot of realizations in this. It's a very deep topic, and we should introspect actually and implement.
Yes.
Actually, some practical implementation. Never be alone in any condition. See, if you suppose I lock you in a room with a girl, it's a matter of time mistake will occur. And anybody, okay, any person alone in a room locked up, it's a matter of time he will mistake. Therefore, you should not be even with a mobile or a computer anything alone. Always be in a public area.
Yeah.
We never lock our door in ashram, and we never see a brahmachari sleeps alone. There is another person in his room watching it. What is it doing? That kind of watch of even small bhakta for me is good. I am protected, therefore I will not do anything. So stay in company and keep yourself busy, because idle mind will be devil's workshop. Always have some. I asked this question to one sannyasi: how do I maintain my brahmachari? I want to remain a brahmachari the rest of my life. Already I'm old, 52-year-old. So he said, 4 things you do. Number 1, chant your rounds nicely, do sadhana nicely. Number 2 is that have very good relation with the devotees, because koi to ho mere ko sune. That's why many people get mad. Koi to ho mere ko sune. And there are other people also good enough. Then be absorbed in your service. Whatever you do, you should be absorbed. 4th thing, have some challenge. So you all can implement in your life similar thing. You should have some challenge, so mind is absorbed in that. Some good work, challenge. And other things you can all implement. Good sadhana, good absorption, and good relation with people all around you, so that we don't fall victim to some, we see how many crimes happen. Unnecessarily, some neighbor, some relative, they break all rules, regulations. And on top of it, the movies. A very old person will be there and will relate to a very young girl. I get all reports from my students. I have 20 years of taught students. They say, एक अमिताभ बच्चन का मूवी आया है, 80 साल का बुड्ढा 20 साल के लड़के से प्यार कर रहा है, and movie justifies at the end of the day. ठीक है ना? So these all things, the movies business is to teach something. They only teach sin, how to do sin. So we should know actually how to not fall victim to lust. And another important point is that you will never figure it out. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Vidhi evam yavarinam. Know it from me. That's your enemy. Know it from me. Vidhi evam. Know from me. Now, if you say, I'll figure out, you'll never figure out. It's like this. Suppose you're drinking liquor and you drank, and you vomited. Then you say, I'm not going to drink liquor. Tomorrow I'll bring you another bottle and I'll change the color of the liquor. Let me try them. They never end. The variety, Maya will keep giving you variety. You think, okay, this way I'll try, this way I'll try, this way I'll try. It'll never end. Never end. No. Self-gratification is like shaving. As well you shave today, again you have to shave tomorrow. It's not going to end. It's not going to end. This story is never ending. So, now know from the Lord, it's your enemy. You have to come out. You cannot say, I'm a grasa, I'm brahmachari. For everybody, Kama is the enemy. Everybody should come out. And finally, reject this kind of sense gratification. And actually, it is another way it is can be done is by attentively hearing the Nama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We can save ourselves. And Guru, spiritual master, every business is to save people from this enemy. And earlier the better. Earlier the journey starts, better. Just like a pot, very nice example. Hota na flower pot. If you break the flower pot, even if you put the pieces together, the lights are still there. So once mind is polluted, as much you try, that not easy to bring it back to the level of purity. For small children, they're so sweet. If they're well trained in brahmacharya, they will never get contaminated when they see the adolescence age. Many have seen people, they may be very good preachers, very nice devotee, but they are not able to manage. They don't give sufficient training to their children and they pamper them. Parents today, the biggest big mistake is they pamper the children. Children are happy in any situation. Why pamper? You make a small child lie on the floor, they're also laugh. He's ready for austerity and he's happy in it. But simply pamper them and we spoil them. We don't tell them there are certain things no in their life, there are certain things, a boundary in life. We should have frank and fair. My dear child, if you drink in your life, one thing is sure, I will not live with you. So there are certain things will not be compromised in my life. Okay, he knows there is a boundary, he knows this is some boundaries are there in his behavior. We should know that. We don't teach the boundaries. We somewhat tolerate. Like Dhritarashtra tolerating Duryodhana, we tolerate our stupid mind. Our mind has taken the shape of Duryodhana and we are like Dhritarashtra, tolerating whatever he wants to do. Okay, thank you. Bhagwanji, very good presentation. You have to increase your chanting.
Gradually, I am trying.
What are the languages you know, Bhagwanji?
Marathi, basically.
We are going to have a teacher. I just started for children. I don't have an adult Marathi. So all are your future teacher, Marathi and English, na?
Yeah. I am also listening to Pune ISKCON Marathi lectures.
Oh, well.
They are weekly 3 times.
My God brothers only. If you meet them, give my best regards to them.
Yeah.
Where you stay? You stay in Pune?
Dombivli.
Oh, in Maharashtra.
Maharashtra, near suburb of Mumbai. Raspati Das Prabhuji is there in Pune. On weekly 3 times. He is giving us.
Good. Welcome.
So,
Give my best of regards when you meet them.
Yeah, surely. No time.
Blessings of all my God brothers.
Yeah.
They may know me, they may not know. Because ISKCON is so vast, we don't know every detail. Right?
Take repetition and it helps us. It helps me.
So we hear from every angle.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So now Sangeeta is done, and then Bhagwan is done. One more we have presentation today. Who wants to do? Oh, for Manisha Mataji.
Manisha Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
I will. Okay, I'll just share the screen, Prabhu.
Just wait. Rishi, by the time we finish 18 chapters, all will be ready, I think, to take on the go, take class, Hannah? The way it's going. Everybody is growing in confidence, every class.
It's looking good.
Yeah, you remember first day I was upset. Everybody switched off, nobody was making sound only. And I was bubbling with anger. What's happening here?
Everything takes time to get used to, right? Now everyone's getting used to it.
See, they are all presenting in their offices, not that they're kids, but they're getting more free. Yeah.
Sorry. Can you see my slides?
Reflections on learning. Yeah. What is the topic, Mataji, you have?
My topic is the first question, Prabhu. I'll just start sharing. The first question, which is basically identify the 3 principles or the 3 takeaways from Arjun's dilemma, and how does it reflect into your Krishna consciousness in your daily life?
Beautiful question. Yeah.
So,
These questions are so well designed, I tell you. These are all borrowed from your Bhakti Shastri thing.
Sorry?
They're all borrowed from your Bhakti Shastri syllabus. All this.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So my pranams. So Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaurav Bhakta Vrinda. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Prabhu, and devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. The purpose is to discuss this topic, or basically just give my insights of what I learned about Arjun's dilemmas, and what are the 3 takeaways from the dilemma, and how does it connect to my daily Krishna consciousness activities or the practice. The first thing, before I go into my 3 takeaways from the dilemma, I want to bring your attention to what I understood from the first chapter, because the dilemma comes from the first chapter, where Arjuna is quoting the reasons of why he doesn't want to fight. It was about compassion, enjoyment, lack of enjoyment, if his family, friends are in bloodshed, the fear of committing sins, the destruction of dynasty and the family traditions, and the women of the family going into the wrong directions, and with the wrong population being developed. And all of this leads to one thing, is the indecision for Arjun, where he mentions about whether he should fight or not fight. And if he should fight, then what are the consequences? And if he does fight, then what are the consequences? And either way, he feels that he has to lament. If he fights, he will be killing people whom he loves the most. And if he does not fight, then it is a shame on being Kshatriya. Begging is better than, that's the only solution or option left for him, because as a Kshatriya, he won't be able to face his leaders and his family and the society. So both way he's in a dilemma, and so that's where the dilemma comes from. This is where I start sharing my three takeaways or the three principles that I learned. So I'm quoting the verse which is 2.6, where Nai Chaita Vidma Katara no Gariyo Yadna Jayena Yadi Va no Jayayu Yan Eva Hatwana Jivi Jiji Vishama Ste Vashishta Pramukhe Dhartarashtra. So here very clearly what I learned from Srila Prabhupada's purport was that Arjun, despite the fact that he is extremely enlightened, great devotee of Krishna, he is known as a Gudakesha in one of the verse, which means a controller of sleep. He's extremely detached in on many possible, and there are incidences where in the chapter 1, where it has been quoted. And he's fully have all the qualities of liberations, and despite that fact he is in dilemma. That shows that, I mean, for me, I put myself like this: we are no one. I mean, despite him having such virtuous qualities and all of that, he's still facing this dilemma of what to do, what is the right and wrong. So imagine in Kali Yuga, like for us, for me at least personally, imagine in Kali Yuga, the kind of dilemmas we face. We are not enlightened as him. We are not as great devotee of him what he is of Krishna. We don't have such control over our senses, and let alone the detachment or the faith. We are yet way far away from the faith or the liberation, possible liberation that Arjuna has. So for me, the takeaway is that for people like us and people like person like me, where when we are stuck in this paradoxical the dilemma, where even Arjun, he's stuck in this dilemma where fighting and escaping, fighting or not fighting, he's getting into this vicious cycle. It's an endless thought process that he has in his mind, and he doesn't know where to head. The only thing that he can see, and the only thing that I saw in the book was that the only wisdom that can bring him out is coming from Lord Krishna, to come out of the vicious cycle and the mess that he has in his head running around, that what is the right thing to do. For me, that's the takeaway, that in the current situations, whenever we are stuck into these kind of frustrations or our inability to reach conclusions, the wisdom shared by Krishna himself is the go-to solution. And that I personally, last 1 year I started reflecting, and I think that every devotee should be not just reading Gita, but actually thinking that how each of these verses or each of these lessons can be applied in our daily lives. So that's, for me, that's my first takeaway. If I'm going too fast, or if you guys have questions or you can't understand, please ask me or stop me, please. Second takeaway for me was, I love this shloka. In fact, I can sing it. Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetah yat shriyasani shitam bruhi tanme shishyaste tam siddhimam tvam prapannam. I really love this shloka. It's one of my favorite verse in chapter 2. And the analogy that Srila Prabhupada actually shares about the forest and the material perspective, it's also very interesting, because a forest, like what he mentions, that the forest fire doesn't happen on its own, right? And it's the same thing of our senses and our material perplexity. It doesn't happen on its own. Nobody comes and puts a fire to the forest, and it just happens. It's part of this of our lives. And the significance of this quote here is that his Arjuna realizes that, and he completely surrenders to Krishna. Where Krishna is his friend, his childhood friend, he has been grown up with him, and at this point he's given up everything, and he's expressing his desperate need to surrender to Lord Krishna. What I like about this shloka is that, and one thing I learned from this shloka and the purport is that how much you are smart, or how much your knowledge, how much your certification. I'm a Harvard student, and I'm a Harvard MBA, and it doesn't matter how smart, how educated, how many certificates, how much knowledge, how much powerful social network you have. uh, to come out of it, the only thing is, I mean, we are not eligible as human beings to come out of our material perplexities or the material confusion. The only way is full 100, 200, 300% shelter under Krishna. That is the only way to elevate ourselves out of this pain, and elevate to the platform of devotion and spiritual, the steadiness. So Krishna, for me, what I learned for Krishna consciousness is that if you want steady devotional service, and you want to become extremely steady in the Krishna consciousness, then surrendering, full surrendering is absolutely must. And other than that, we need to surrender to a bona fide spiritual master, and that's what Arjuna is doing in from this slokanas, where he's not only just surrendering, but he's surrendering to the person who is who is our creator. And that's the message from this, is that you need to surrender to a paramparic, a bona fide spiritual master, who can help us come out of this our material confusions and dilemmas that we face every day, and who can guide us on how to execute our purpose of our life. So that's the second takeaway from my standpoint. The last takeaway that I had from Arjun's dilemma was where this is also very interesting. I love the previous shloka where there's a line where Sanjay says that Rishikesha actually has a smile on his face when he sees Arjun's condition. It's very nicely put. I don't remember the lines of the shloka. It's 2.10. And I love that shloka because there Krishna has now, he all the time he's listening to Arjuna. He's not pointing any fingers. He's not defending. He's not arguing with Arjuna at all, and let Arjuna speak for so many, like almost like 72 shlokas. He's letting Arjuna speak. And all of a sudden, when Arjuna gives up, okay, that's it. I am giving up. Now you are my Lord. You are my guide. Please guide me. This is where Krishna just has a mischievous smile on his face, because he knows that he is a Lord. He knows that he is the one who can only the person who can guide Arjuna in this situation. And he likes that fact that he takes that role of the spiritual the supremacy of the spiritual master, and let his friend become the disciple. That the smile is there, and conveys a lot of messages that, hey, when a child does a mistake and the mother just smiles, because sometimes the mother knows that hey, it's a child, and I can understand where the child is coming from when that mistakes or the errors or that ego comes from, or the pride comes from, because the parent knows what's happening, and the smile actually conveys that. So that's, for me, that's a second or third message. And I like the fact that when Krishna chastises Arjuna here, it shows, and Arjuna doesn't get offended. That's the best part. Arjuna doesn't get offended at all. I mean, Krishna calls him a fool in that shloka. It's like, what has happened to you? How have you fallen down so much? Right, from this shloka onwards. And this shows that, hey, when a spiritual master takes that position of guiding you in your life, then you need, that first thing is that the spiritual master does is to completely negate all the students' misconceptions that he or she might have about his life, and using strong words can become a mandatory, or may become a necessity at that point in time. That's one takeaway here in this shloka. Second thing, what I like, where in 2.9, Sanjay tells Dhritarashtra that now, honestly, Arjuna has honestly expressed his desire to have Lord Krishna, as his master. But not only that, now Krishna has started standing in between two armies. I mean, that shows that when it comes to wisdom, the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or Sri Chaitanya, the Chaitanya Amrit that we have, or the nectar of devotion or the nectar of instruction, all this knowledge, all this amazing, beautiful knowledge that is there, it is for everyone. It is for friends and families and enemies. In fact, everyone should hear it, because everyone has something to take away from it. So I love that fact that Krishna doesn't say that, okay, Arjuna, you are my disciple, now you have become, you're my friend, now you have become my disciple, I will only share the Bhagavad Gita with you. No, he stands in between two armies and shares that. And that shows that this wisdom is meant for every single living entity on this planet. And the last message is a complete surrender. And this knowledge has to be embraced and comprehended and to be applied in every day of your life. A complete surrender is a must. That's it. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Ma, you're super.
Yeah.
Yes, 16 rounds?
Yes, Prabhu. I'm not steady, but I stand minimum 8 rounds, sometimes 16, and then 18, 20. Weekends are 20 plus.
You started Krishna conscious with us, or you have been chanting for some more time before?
I have been chanting for some more time. I started last year, January, on my own. And then when I got to hear about your lessons, you were my first teacher to do the 18 days, understanding 18 days Gita class.
How many other teachers you heard?
Sorry,
how many other classes you heard? Mine, then?
But yours was first, second was Aishwarya Mataji, then third one was Purnima Mataji, but that's basically because I sit next to my daughter. I get her to attend the class every month, January, February, March, April, May. So
now we are starting the school. That will be super for the children, structured school. They have school now on a Sunday that will be much more developed, so they don't have to repeat in a class. They can straight to join the school now. The school, they will go year by year based on their age.
Awesome, yeah.
So that the children have something, a lot of material is being developed for them. So they don't repeat. They have Manisha Mataji, super. And everybody, very, very nice. So
Yes,
now, why you are
very nice actually.
Which are the languages you know?
I know Marathi, Hindi, and English, 3 languages.
They help me in teaching Marathi.
Yes, Prabhu.
You know the amount of see, whatever has happened, this course has become somehow the largest course. Huge it is. We have covered 500,000 people already. And a lot of people are in there in my class. I take afternoon class, just come there. How many are saying, why don't you teach in Marathi? They want to hear in their mother tongue. It's not that they don't know Hindi, but they want to hear Marathi. And it's a mother tongue, Marathi?
Yes, Prabhu. Marathi is my mother tongue. I'm from Nasik.
Why don't you join us in this? Huh? Why delay?
Yes, Prabhu. My consideration is from August onwards.
I'm always there. I'm not even taking a class. I'm always there. Presentations are all available from so many teachers. You can study. You can see the recordings of our classes, and you can start preparing. August 2nd it starts. I can start Marathi 1 teacher. We don't have. You can, because you are already in teaching line. You have a confidence in teaching. You can start with adult itself. Generally, I don't do adult. I go children first. You have read once Bhagavad Gita, correct?
Yes, Prabhu. I have read Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, Bhagavad Gita, 3 books already.
Shastri material, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
These books will be taught to you. Even I have to teach you these books. In Bhakti Shastri, these books will be thoroughly taught. Somehow we didn't teach in 2 and 3, but 3, I think I should do that also in 3. Now this 3 thing will finish on October 2nd. That's the day you will have a final examination. I want to keep the momentum of every course. In engineering college, the course finishes in 14 weeks. So we will also finish in 14 weeks. October 2nd, we'll have a final exam. And then you graduate to Bhakti Shastri. I hope all of us join us. Okay? But you have to qualify. So Mataji, this will be very useful for us. Okay, now coming to your presentation. Surrender is something which I may add more light. What is, what is a surrender divided? What are the 6 principles of surrender? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, what are the 6 principles of surrender?
I can't recall, Prabhu.
Oh, you have to tell.
No, Prabhu.
See, surrender principles. One principle of surrender is, first principle of surrender is, you are where you're staying.
I'm in Jakarta, Prabhu.
Oh, you told me. This is the first time you hear it. I had planned you to take a course. You didn't start this time.
No, Prabhu. I personally was going through the vaccine process, and I lost some people in my team due to the COVID in Jakarta. So
Indonesia is very bad now. 30, 40,000.
yeah, in fact, my direct report passed away last Saturday night. So it's been a bit tough for my department, my team. I have a very big team.
It's
So
a very dirty disease. Whom it hits, it has no logic. You may be
exactly.
very healthy, it will put you down. You cannot say
Exactly.
that I'm a sportsman, nothing will happen, it will smash you.
Doesn't help. Exactly. Yeah.
No chance, and take total precaution. Finally, see, suppose you walk in the middle of the road and bring your karma for quickly. Your own karma will hit you. Krishna doesn't create
True.
karma, but you can bring your
Exactly.
karma early. So if you don't wear mask and all, karma comes. Why you want to bring it early?
True.
Take some
True,
precaution,
Prabhu.
do some service to Krishna.
True.
So surrender can be divided into 6. Many times they say surrender, and they say Dandavat. Dandavat means they will see Guru and they'll give. We say Dandavat disciple. But he really doesn't have surrender. Real surrender is actually to do things which are pleasing to Krishna, even if you don't like it. Just like to getting up early morning, you don't want to. I get up because Krishna likes, Guru likes. And there's certain thing Krishna does not like watching movies now. And it's not something great about it. Boy and a girl hunting for each other, pyar ho gaya, pyar ho gaya. It's a waste of my time. I can read Bhagavad instead of that. So Krishna doesn't like trying. So it's not surrender. Is somebody told Prabhupada, I'm totally surrendering. Prabhupada said, begin. It's not one day. It's a gradual process. Slowly we enhance the surrender. That's why I'm doing level 2, level 3, gradually bring. I didn't say you have to take first initiation, 16 now. Actually, teaching begins after you take initiation. But we are not ready now. So gradually enhance our surrender. And then we surrender to the Krishna. So anukulya sankalpa, pratikulya vivarjanam. What is favorable we accept, what is unfavorable we reject. Rakshishasi Vishwasa. Certainly Krishna will protect you. That faith that develops as he advances. Definitely Krishna. This is Prahlad Maharaj. He had no fear. Krishna accepting Krishna as my guide. He is my guide. Spiritually, he is going to educate me, guide. Have no desire other than desire of the Lord.
Okay.
And 6, always in meek and humble in front of the Lord. See, in this world, to have inferiority complex is considered very bad. Correct? Anybody inferiority complex? It's not good. But in front of the Lord, it's very good. In front of the Lord, you're looking like a fool. Very good. We are fool in front of him. We are like a small jiva. He's like the sun. There is no comparison. In front of the Lord, you're small sun.
Meek and humble. Yes.
Qualities. Accept what is favorable, reject which is unfavorable, and then accept Krishna as your protector, as your guide, always in meek and humble in front of him, and have no desire other than the desire of the Lord. These 6 actually constitute surrender. There's a big analysis of this. They cover your 3 stages of thinking, feeling, and willing. We can have lectures on it. Devotees do that very well, better than me. But my whole point of these 6 are the principles of surrender. When Chaitanya Mahakrishna said, Sarva Dharman Parityaja, these 6 things here. And sometimes we forget. We say, I am a devotee of Krishna. Devotee means first you obey. Obedience is first principle of love. And surrender means these 6 principles should gradually cultivate. It doesn't come in one day, but it cultivates. So yes, Mataji, very, very beautiful analysis. What do you say, my friend Rishi? Rishi is spellbound, no voice now.
Oh, it was nice, very nice.
Very nice, huh? What do you say? She can even take class letters because she has a good teaching experience already. That back end.
Prabhuji, we want to hear more from Manisha Mataji.
See, oh, we will have a lot of opportunity. And we, all these classes are
More questions for sure. Thank you. Thank you.
This is a level 3 way we are doing in the beginning. I tell you, I'm discovering level 3. I did not know what to do. I'm discovering. Krishna is, guiding the way you do. So that when you go to level 4, you will actually all will be teaching already. Bhakti Shastri, the presently is a special entry I gave. The people have come there, even they are not actually. I'm taking class, nobody's asking us, speaking anything. And they want me to invoke. I don't want to do that thing. I'm just teaching and taking some questions. But you people, when you go to Bhakti Shastra, you've gone rigorously. You done level 1, you did level 2. See that level 2, you solve all the questions.
Yeah.
And you get time so that you're thorough with the study. Then you do level 3. This will be a nice one, hearing devotees now. And you'll finish October 2nd. Then one more module. Bhakti Shastri has modules. So you will not enter in the middle of module. I'll see that you enter a module, say, first 6 chapters are finished by that time. So you enter a module or the second module of Bhagavad Gita, so that I cannot make you wait for Bhakti Shastra. Then 1 year you have to wait. So I make people wait for the next module.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. Now you
Very nice, Mataji. Very nice, Manisha Mataji. Congratulations.
August 2nd.
Yes, can.
It's already a plan for last year. Almost 1 month is there. Read Bhagavad Gita, and I wish my interest is take the adult classes. But you should read Bhagavad Gita one carefully, and when you present, see that you repeat what Prabhupada says, even though we may have some here and today morning was there, Prabhupada writing in the purport. Somebody said that instead of watering tulsi, water eggplant. And very big Swami said in India, is the #1 Swami, such a big offense he made. Prabhupada said, why they speak like that, confuse innocent mass of people. So if we have been exposed to Swami, Anandas in our life, we should not use their name. And Prabhupada, when you say Prabhupada with the respect, with the Srila Prabhupada. Okay. Respect is great respect we should take. So everything we owe to him. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so wonderful, Mataji. Very, very happy. Yes.
And Prabhuji, she also sang 2.7 wonderfully.
Yes, yes.
She's a very good singer.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
That was the word you say, Krishna smile, that is prahasan. Smile, that the word. You should know the Sanskrit words. When you quote shlokas, sing shlokas, people love it. And you should, words you say prahasan.
Prahasan, yes, correct. Yes.
To be a great teacher. A great teacher should not get angry, he should smile.
Yeah.
Whatever saying, and he scolds Arjuna in a very clever way, without slapping. He says, you're speaking like a learned man, Arjuna. Learned people don't speak like that. Gata asuna, chananu, Pandita don't. Pragyavada the bhasha. We have big bhasha in the first chapter. But Arjuna, the Pandita people don't speak like that. It's a very sweet way to scold. We generally, as teachers, we scold in such a way, break the heart of the student. You're nothing. We should not do that. We should very gently say, what you have spoken, you are intelligent. Very, very sweet way. It's teaching a lot, actually. We can take so many lessons from this Bhagavad Gita conversation. Recently, one college had opened a radio lab. So they wanted me to give the first recording. And I gave that famous thing, how Krishna is the best teacher. And they were so happy with that recording. Okay, so thank you, Mataji, Manisha Mataji. So today more or enough for the day? Bahut ho gaya na? 7:30 ho gaya. You all go and take rest now. KK Singh ji, kya hai? Doctor ji, what do you say?
Hare Krishna, sir.
We should stop now here or?
Ji, sir.
Ek or bas khatam? One more we will take?
No, sir.
One more we will take? One more presentation? Ek aur presentation lenge? And ये 3 लोगों ने present कर दिया already आज. संगीता ने present किया, भगवान जी ने किया, and Manisha Mataji has done.
Yes.
Anybody else is ready? Who is ready?
Prabhuji, I can take Prabhuji.
Yes. Vivek.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I'm already a co-host. I can share Prabhuji.
Yeah, do that. See, so fun. It becomes such a nice gathering, shaping up so nice. We are looking forward to weekend, and I have nothing to prepare. I just have to come and sit.
Prabhuji, please let me know if you can see my screen, Prabhuji.
Yeah, we can sing the famous shloka. You know how to sing the shloka?
Not yet, Prabhuji, I am practicing. So I'll probably directly go to the purport and then I'll explain, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So I had the question, describe the significance of surrender to Guru in order to solve the perplexities in one's life with reference to 2.7 and 2.8. I think 2.7, Manisha Mataji already covered it well, so I'll just add upon to some of the points that she had already specified. So the 2.7 says now Arjuna is in a state where he is confused and he's in a state of inability to deal with or understand. Yet he is eager to get enlightened, and that's why he speaks these verses. And then he is in a confused state, and then he wants to approach a bona fide master to come out of all these perplexities and for the proper guidance and execute the purpose of life. So here they define who's a bona fide master. A bona fide master is a person who's a spiritual master and is supposed to know everything. He's supposed to know everything in the spiritual world, and then he explains everything in the spiritual angle. So that's something which is very crucial in the world today, which we don't find everywhere. And thus one should not, and he also tells us that we should not only remain in the material perplexities, but approach a spiritual master when we are in trouble. So again, with an example, the Prabhupada explains just like a forest fire, which we know, no one wants forest fire to be happening everywhere, but it happens on its own, and when it happens, it is not done by anyone by a purpose, but it happens on its own. So that's how the material attachments are also. So we are normally attached to the material things. We would not actually want to go and attach to something material, but it automatically happens. Prabhupada also clearly explains to make us comfortable to understand what is material confusion, material perplexities. So he says that a miserly man who does not want to solve problems is one who's definitely is a material attachment. So if we don't want to solve our problems, we just want to leave our problems and we just quit, and that's definitely a material attachment, and that's something like cats and dogs also do, and without understanding the signs of self-realization. The other important thing is like being very affectionate to the family, society, country, etc. So this is another material conception of life. So it is not necessary that we'll have to always be attached to the family, society, and country. It is something we'll have to surrender to Krishna is what is more important. And he also says like we normally believe that we'll be able to protect the family from any sorrow. We'll be able to protect the family from death and things. And also we believe that the family will be helping us, and we can also solve our problems, and the family can protect us from the verge of death. But that's not really the case. So this is something, this is a material attachment which can also be found in the animal kingdom. So the other one Prabhupada defines is like from whom we should take our spiritual knowledge from. So he says it's a Brahmana, and the Brahmana he doesn't define by the caste or something. He clearly says Brahmana is a person who's intelligent enough to utilize the body to solve all the problems of life. So that's a Brahmana. So Brahmana is not from a specific caste, specific community or someone. A Brahmana is a learned person and who is completely surrendered to Krishna. So setting the mood again for the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna setting the mood for the understanding of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says that from now he's moving away from friendship with Krishna to surrender to Krishna. So earlier until then, Krishna and Arjuna were very good friends, but now Arjuna is moving away from he stops becoming a friend. Means like he stops the thought process of friendship and surrenders to Krishna and accepts him as the Guru. So this is specific to the verse 2.7 Prabhuji. So then I'll now take it to 2.8. So in 2.8, though Arjuna has put forward so many arguments in front of the based on knowledge of the principles of religion and moral codes, he was unable to solve the real problem without the help of the spiritual master. Lord Krishna, he understood he could understand that his so-called knowledge was useless in driving away his problems. So Here again, knowledge they specify into two categories. One is the academic knowledge, wherein the academic knowledge, scholarship, positions, etc. Just before, as Manisha Mataji told, all the knowledge that we have are not enough to solve the problems of life. So the problems of life can only be solved by by the spiritual master's help, and the spiritual master is definitely Krishna or his representative, who comes through disciple succession. So again, he also confirms who is a bona fide spiritual master. So the bona fide spiritual master is one who is 100% in Krishna conscious, one who can solve the problems of life. He doesn't give us just examples and and talks about psychology and things, but then like it's something like it is. It's not about being philosophical. It is about solving problems, and a spiritual master will guide you and help you solve the problems. And the one who is a master of science of Krishna is a real spiritual master. So that's why only a Vaishnava can become a bona fide spiritual master who is in complete surrender to Krishna. So again, to detail out further the temporary nature of again, to explain who is a person who is still in the perplexities, he says that the person who considers the economic world to be the world, the best world. So economic development seems to be the world supremacy today. So today we believe that a person who's got enough money is something who's in a very strong situation, or like he's believed to be very strong. But the economic development cannot solve the problems of material existence. So there are many problems which money cannot solve. So Arjuna's example, Arjuna was already a prince, and then once he wins the kingdom, he'll become the king. But even if he's an unrivaled, he's got an unrivaled kingdom on earth with all supremacy, but still, even he can also become like something like a demigod. But still, he will not be. He cannot be complete without the guidance of Krishna. So that's why it is important that we surrender to Krishna. Therefore, the conclusion that Prabhupada gives is the spiritual master is one who is 100% in Krishna consciousness and who can solve the problems of life. Lord Chaitanya is one spiritual master who could solve these problems of many people, and he is considered the real spiritual master. And we at ISKCON still believe in the disciple succession, and hence, so we have this disciple succession, and we are being guided through the teachers in ISKCON, and being guided even to teach, like you have been doing, Prabhuji. You have been guiding us to teach, and also guiding others new people who are coming into the learning of Krishna through ISKCON. Also, we are guiding them to get Krishna consciousness. That was my presentation, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I'm not Guru in ISKCON, and Guru is His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. In fact, I am also about to start the course for initiation. How many people feel ready? I can start immediately. I'm also, a few people in ISKCON are authorized to teach about initiation. And it's a course you have to take. We give you a certificate also. And after that, say 1 month, it will take that course. And after that, you can type ISKCON disciple course on the net. You will see full website ISKCON is made in all languages. You can start studying it, what it involves, but I can teach you that course with presentation. And after that, the basic, we can fine tune you to see, because there is a big checklist, check, and then finish it. Just like, it's always good to have a proper formal connection. Now we are there, but take the holy name, properly connected to the parampara. You get a Vaishnava name also. I will be happy to facilitate that. Okay, good. Vivek, very, very clear. Your mind is very clear, and you could hear one more presentation almost in the same area. Still strongly you develop all your points. Everything fascinating. Here, why I want to do. Hey, you are which is your language, Vivek?
I'm my mother tongue is Tamil, Prabhuji. I can speak Tamil, Kannada.
How many rounds you chanting?
I now do 8 rounds consistently, Prabhuji.
Why you chant 8 rounds?
Sorry, Prabhuji.
Why you chant 8 rounds?
I want to do 16, Prabhuji, but I do very rarely. Very rarely in the sense in a week.
Bhagavad Gita once?
I'm doing it, Prabhuji. I'm not completed it. So that's why I told Devika Mataji I'll take up some admin role this time, and next time I'll try to start teaching.
No, we want. What do you do otherwise in your profession?
I work with Reliance Industries, Prabhuji. I am in vehicle development and testing in the professional, yeah. So my day almost goes till 8:30 in the evening. So.
And in petrol?
No, Prabhuji. We are developing new fuel cells for green energy. It's a new business that
Oh,
just
yeah,
started.
you are ready to invest big amount of money.
Yes, Prabhuji.
We are not only going to compete. So the presentation was very clear. Thought process was very, very clear. We'll
Yes,
love to have you. Please immediately jump into the Tamil. We are short of hands. Tamil
Sure,
people
Prabhuji.
are very pious. They're very ripe for spiritual learning. And
Yes,
we
Prabhuji.
already have department. There are 3 ladies there. One Nishtha is teaching elders. 2 are teaching children.
Okay,
And
Prabhuji.
you can also join there. They're already children teachers. You can also join adult class.
Okay,
You can
Prabhuji.
with Dharvishani Mataji touch, take out the presentation from her. Start, read Bhagavad Gita carefully
Yes, Prabhuji.
once, and then see, I am ready to take a risk. You can take the adult class, it's not a problem. You have read Bhagavad Gita. How much time you are with us?
Now it has been almost 8 months, Prabhuji.
You started at home.
I started with you, Prabhuji.
Me,
You were my
still I am surprised that people stay in Krishna consciousness. Start with me. I'm surprised. Still they are there in Krishna consciousness. I'm not a good example. So please take up immediately. I have an urgency. I have a requirement. We don't have teachers in Tamil. Only one teacher managing. And then we have developed a school in for Tamil now. There is level 2. How she's going to manage level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. What we are doing has to be transplanted to Tamil. You're already watching this, no? Correct?
Yes,
Translated to Tamil. So Tamil department will need. Now you don't finish with the level 1. You know what happened in level 2. Correct? You have done it. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Same thing has to be done there. Then you know level 3. How much fun we are having in level 3. Just imagine how much fun you will have with the people. Correct? And then level 2 Bhakti Shastri in Tamil. So we need urgently teachers there. In fact, the initially was also just not went to children, just straight away planted there because you have shortage of teachers. Tamil has been a very, you know what happened in the beginning? First 15 batches, first 10 batches I give to one of my colleague in Bangalore. Please, you manage. I didn't have a teacher. Then after that, he said, now you gave me so much, I'm able to rotate with this itself. So then I said, okay, now. So I have an opportunity with me. Okay? But you should know how to put tilak, like I'm doing. Correct?
Yes,
As
Prabhuji.
I post to tilak.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
And good looks Kantimala if you have, I can send you. Or if you have. This looks. These are Vaishnava decoration with tilak and Kantimala. Oh, Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaishnava.
Yeah.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu message is independent of all this. Chaitanya Prabhu was a sannyasi learning from Ramananda Rai, who was a family man, and Chaitanya Prabhu was a sannyasi. It is independent of all that, but as much Vaishnava symbol, it inspires people. Faith, we are hearing something. And background, you should keep it very nice. Even mine is not a good background, but it should be kept very nice. But good, if the room is there, it doesn't bore people. You know? If you keep one screen, it becomes boring after some time. But still, you can have better background instead of an almirah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I'll send you a lot of posters you can put up. Make a nice thing or just put a curtain or a bed sheet you can tie.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Think of it. There are ways, a lot of videos on the net, but main thing is content. You have not read Bhagavad Gita once also fully?
I've read once, Prabhuji, but I wanted to read it in detail, so that's why I'm reading it again.
No detail. Dharanishi was also transplanted. The 3-4 batches, now she has become picked up. You'll learn. Learn on the job. Don't have to wait. Okay? Bhagavatam, have you touched Bhagavatam?
Not yet, Prabhuji. Not yet. I'm only hearing to some of the classes of yours, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Bhagavatam is a... Suppose the question comes to you from the Bhagavatam, you should say, I'll tell you tomorrow. People don't mind. People are very happy. You have a small boy here, 20-year-old boy, Russian boy, takes class. So I ask, Krishna is supreme or Vishnu? But tomorrow I'll tell you, I don't know. It's so sweet. Prabhu, you ask Krishna. I say, I told you. You know, so we should be genuine. Don't give a wrong answer. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you tomorrow. When your background of Tamil, you are Iyengar, Iyer, like that?
I am Iyer, Prabhuji.
Huh?
I am Iyer, Prabhuji.
Iyer are all Shiva Bhaktas, no? Isn't it?
That's what it is told, Prabhuji.
Iyengars are all Shiva Vaishnavas, true?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Huh? It's true.
Yeah, that's the difference, Prabhu.
But you have become a Vaishnava here now, huh? New Vaishnava here.
But in IS we don't have means like at least in our family we don't have something like we only go to Shiva temples or something.
And that's the case. It's all diluted down.
It's all diluted to a very large extent, probably.
That's okay. Tamil Nadu is the seat of big atheism. All DMK and all.
Yes, Prabhuji.
They are very vigorous. They have created a lot of work for us, Tamil Nadu. All these movements have become like Shudra movements, and they have created a lot of work for us.
Yes,
a lot of work. There's no respect for Vedic culture because the way they present, and now they are in power. Okay, let us not go to politics. We are independent of all this arrangement. They increase work for us, but they cannot stop our work.
Yes, Prabhuji. We have Krishna by our side, Prabhuji. So,
yeah, we have Krishna by our side. So, there are 4 books which actually make you very strong in Krishna consciousness: Bhagavad Gita, Nectar Devotion, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, summary of Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the Krishna book. It gives a summary of the whole Bhagavatam. You have read
Prabhuji.
Krishna book?
No, Prabhuji. I've just got those books, Prabhuji. I'm starting to read them. So,
Krishna book is amazing book. I'll talk to Dharaneshwari, take her also into the loop, because we have only one class going on at 7 in the evening. There is, what time is convenient for you? Morning 6 o'clock, does it?
Yeah, Prabhuji. Morning 6 o'clock will be good. So,
morning you get up, take a class, and then start your day. Get a bit early and at least finish some rounds so you'll have energy to speak.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And you are already 16 plus, or you're chanting 8?
I am now chanting 8, Prabhuji. I do 16 sometimes on the weekends. At least I'm able to do something more.
I have a big responsibility. 16 you should do. We have to tell people chant. You should be chanting, no?
Yes.
You chant. It is for you, not for me. I don't chant. You cannot say like that. Okay. Tamil, I need it urgently. If he can make it by August 2nd, I'll be happy because it's an emergency. Just like Lord Rama, when he wanted to fight with Lanka, he used the monkeys. He did not go to IS. So we have to. I am also a monkey of Lord Srila Prabhupada. You think we're all qualified to do this great, divine work of spreading Bhagavad Gita? We are not qualified.
Exactly.
Yes, Prabhuji.
But we take the opportunity itself. Because the Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Nimittar Matare Bhavasa, just become an instrument of Maya and Arjuna and go and preach. Now, I'll just speak something. You had a genuine inquiry. See, generally, many times when laborers come to the place, there's a problem, this is not this. They say, just give him 500,000 rupees as inam, he forgets everything. All problems are actually just on money he's not getting. And because of that, it's many problems, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So when the job, company, promotion, everything you start finding fault with it, correct? But real thing is some promotion, some money. That's it. So, but Arjuna is not like that. Therefore, he said, not even a kingdom of heaven is not able to solve. I have a genuine suffocation today. Dharma samudha chetaha. I do not know. I'm confused about my duty itself. And this suffocation in my heart does not go by some kind of material profit. I really want an answer. There is a dilemma in my profession today. I'm totally confused whether a duty of a man can allow him to even kill his grandfather. Totally confused. And actually, if you're in Arjuna's position, you'll also be totally confused. How can I proceed with this? Such a situation.
Yeah.
Therefore, so the inquiry is very genuine. Krishna would not have answered it. Arjuna was just making it up. Most of us say things, we don't mean it. Just like politicians come for big we have events. I say, oh, this person has come, he has done it. I know he has not done anything in life except looting the public. All of them are cheats, corrupt people. Correct? Mostly. Exceptions are always there. Similarly, though we speak, we don't mean it. But when a different situation occurs, when Arjuna is speaking to Krishna, it genuinely means it. Therefore, Krishna is talking to him. Other Krishna doesn't talk to Krishna. Krishna only talks to people who are really genuine, and he takes his time and instructs him. Arjuna is really genuine in his inquiry, and therefore Krishna speaks. Amazing. I was thinking today I'll finish at 7:30 and I'll take a nap. But with the people I am feeling fresh. parallelly, but they're all having meeting. I didn't go for the meeting. They are having meeting to organize level 2. A lot of work is going on to improve our delivery, because the reality is 5 lakh people came to us. Today we have only 5,000 years. We lost 99% people across the board, all languages, children, everywhere. So that made us to reflect that what's happening actually. Something is wrong. We had our senior most person in ISKCON come to visit. Not a protocol, we all love him. Jayapataka, he's my guru, Jayapataka Maharaj. We didn't even have 1,000 people for his class. I was wondering. It's not the philosophy. It's, the level of purity. It means what he speaks. He has given his life 50 years to Krishna. But I did not have the people, not eagerness to hear, even 1,000 people or not. I was wondering what's wrong with us. Something is wrong with us. So it had led to introspection. That led to a lot of introspection. And I became more strict and more serious about the courses which are developed. Okay, I'm trying to improve across. We have totally revamped the quizzes for the level 1. If you have time, just register. It's easy to, now you cannot register. You have to ask me the link, I will give you the link.
Okay.
Go to the quizzes, you really enjoy the quizzes now. You have seen the level 1 quizzes, Vivek?
Yes, Prabhuji. My wife had attended it last class. So
no, this
batch not yet, Prabhuji.
We revamped the whole quizzes. We got one pediatric, one of our teacher who is in America. She showed me the pediatric quiz she gets. Teachers have to be updated. There is a question. Moment you give answer A, B, C, D, immediately comes whether it was right or wrong. Then in the paragraph, why it is right or wrong. And
yes,
then we design the quizzes not as testing a person, rather educating him.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Very nice.
People are saying how amazing it is.
Very nice.
I have put a man on job since yesterday night.
Can we get the link?
Huh?
Can you post the link for us?
I'll do it. Take it.
I'll get it, Prabhuji. I think we have some links already posted on the admin group, Prabhuji.
It's all Google.
Share it.
Give the links.
Yeah,
I think it's easy. I told them to make simple this thing. What is it? ENG01? What is that link called?
I'll just check that, Prabhuji. I don't know that. I'll just check.
I told them to compress and make it very simple.
Oh, the t.ly.
Yeah, using that. I pay $5 for that. It gives you 500 links per month. Great.
Nice. For 5 rupees or $5?
But still, it's small.
That's good. That's good though.
And it looks like I'm the only one using it. So whatever I give, I get. I said Gita, I got Gita. Can you imagine? T.ly, that's my registration. You see that? ENG1, I get it.
No.
Also, somebody can test it. Somebody has already shared ENG1, and obvious other ones are ENG2, ENG3, ENG4, like that. It's a dynamic link. I can change where it goes. Now I put to these classes, and then the new quizzes come, I'll change it to there. It's a dynamic link. I can reference it wherever I want. Amazing. And I just thought it one day, $5 I paid. I was very happy because my registration now T.ly or ENG. Okay. Done now. So my focus is on registration. Think about it if you know anyway. Rishi, can't we get Canadians to join the course?
I don't know.
They will be Indian community in Canada. No? Correct? Some Sangha will be there, no? Some Sangha. Anna?
Yeah, there's the Toronto ISKCON, Brampton ISKCON.
No. ISKCON temples are there. I'm saying Hindu community, they will have some Sangha or something, no? In Canada? No?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not involved, to be honest.
Don't be involved, but if you find out, just say, whatever, help me to as much, because my normal process of Facebook and all, it is saturated now. That's what my social media experts have tested and they told me, sir, it's all over. You have squeezed.
No, the only way is if you do paid marketing with them.
Paid, it's going paid only. You think I'm not paying, it's free. I'm paying a lot of money. But a lot of experts came who are like attending a course, they just looked at it, they tested, they put something and they put some money, and the next day they told me, sir, You have squeezed. This is not, no, your ad has gone. Nobody is responding. They are watching the conversion there. So it's all over. So you need to now explore, tell new ways to find out. So somebody knows press, another one area we have not used, press. So press people are very expensive, but if they are inclined by the work, then we can have a kind of a deal. I give them a small ad and they give me a good article. It's called paid news, but it works. It works. I do it in Mangalore, but other places you can help me do it if you know somebody. Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, but Canada is very small. I mean, we have only 30 million people. India has billion people, right? Very.
Prabhuji, do you have anything like an article or something for that? I mean,
I'll send you all newspaper clippings till now.
Yeah.
So when you show them, they become immediately excited.
Yeah, actually, my sister-in-law, I mean, she's in US and we have a community called Havyek.
Havyeks are all from Mangalore area only.
Yeah, so she they have a magazine also, so I can ask her to put in that if you can provide me the ad.
Very pure pious.
If you can get what has to be posted, Prabhuji, I will give it to her.
Please, you communicate to me either by WhatsApp.
I'll email you, Prabhuji, or I should.
Email is best and mark it for publicity immediately. That's my area of concern now. And I see what all people have put up. And overall, you can give your own write-up. And let us see. Think about some ways now. That's the challenge now. And I wanted to cross 1 lakh. It became 30,000. Then last batch was 20,000. So I called some social media experts. What is happening? They looked at this. Put an ad like this. I put it. Then put it like this. Sir, it's squeezed out. You put as much money you put, it's not going to give you anything now. Just squeezed up. Now you look at another ways to explore now. Or you have to change the people's interest and all. Think of new interest. What all you put up the interest, Facebook, that is gone. So look for new interest. So that we will be exploring that way. But that also my Facebook page, you can go and I give you the link already and you can share it to everybody. That we can do more. That actually I made all the teachers admin, but they don't do work. They don't understand. Finally, I raised an alarm last batch 10 days before. Something has to be done. Nobody understood. When it came on them, only 50 people now. I said, what is to do? Somebody told me I got course, only got 50 people. I said, what do you do? I told you 10 days before, work on it. They didn't realize. See, this is the...
Prabhuji, can I say something?
Who is online now?
Yeah, this is Santosh, Prabhuji. Can I say something, if you allow, please?
Marketer?
Hello?
You are from digital marketing, Santosh?
No, I'm not from digital marketing. I just wanted to say something, Prabhuji. What is happening is actually, previously there was lockdown. So people had time. Now what has happened is the lockdowns in open, schools have started. Morning time, most of the people, they are busy with the schools and getting the children ready for the schools. So that's why I think, the registration might be less. So there was a suggestion, like if for 18 days, instead of going for 18 days in a one shot, if you go for weekly 18 days course, like say Saturdays or Sunday, I think people will register in more number.
Weekend batches, we started once. Weekend batches, we can start again. Weekend, Saturday, Sunday night.
Yeah.
And there are many teachers who are ready for Saturday, Sunday night. They can't take daily classes. So teachers also discount.
Yeah, Prabhuji, that's what I think. There the number will increase definitely.
Like can add up. But so we have one batch called 9 o'clock batch. So late night batch. See, I had a this weekend batches. In 2 batches I did, maybe 3rd and 4th batch. But the disconnection was too long. It was too long. The course was taking 9 weeks, which is practically, more than 2 months. So it's good to finish on a go, but therefore I kept 9 o'clock late night batch. People generally come out 7:30, take bath. 9 is actually austerity for us because then we sleep at 11 and 12 o'clock. But still we have. I changed the design of the poster. Got somebody to redesign, one of my students. And all posters have started coming up now in different languages. Kannada has come up, Tamil has come up, English has come up. and we can make changes, sufficient changes. Others are being designed. Children has come up. So they give me, how it is the post is going. Not Kannada is night put not picked up. This is okay. This is slowly picked up. This post, the main ad is picked up. Slowly it is doing something. But if I put, I'm now asked only for engagement. Those are in digital marketing. If I say result oriented, I don't see much result. So, but anyway, I'm happy it's at least spreading. Something should be on. But I think if we work together, there is something called Release My Ad. There is an app called Release My Ad. I can release ad in any newspaper. So some of us can just sit together, design, and just put in all parts of India. Small money we can put and see that in different languages, like in Marathi, we can put an ad in Maharashtra in an important newspaper, small ad, and talk to them to put an article. Like that, if you do like that, somebody in Amar Ujala, I don't know if anybody could do that. I'll just show you what she did. I don't know whether the person is here. Did an amazing article, how she benefited from this course. It came in Times of India. She put in Times of India, the biggest newspaper, how she benefited from the course. But somehow the link of the course was not given. She said he understood the course, understand Gita 18 days, and how life transformed. Very beautiful, extremely beautiful presentation. And the newspaper took it up. A newspaper had made an article, people to tell how they are, benefiting in this. How did they deal with the corona? Okay, I'll just show you. This is my local newspaper man who I put this article to put up in his newspaper. This is the leading in Mangalore, Udayawadi. He is known to me. He was a faculty in a college at a time. Now he's their marketing head in Mangalore. So he put something we put up every time. I put an ad, sometimes puts an article, it's going on. Okay, I hope it takes one more minute. I'll show you such nice articles came. I don't know whether we have access or ability now to see. These are the ads coming in the newspaper. Can you see that? This is nice. This is kind of on the top of the newspaper. It comes the front page. It doesn't cost you much. Something like 6,000 is quite cheap. It's a small ad. Can you look at this? Yeah. This lady attended the class in Hindi. Can you see here?
Yeah.
Form calm in my spirituality, and she talks about it in the next one. Can you see that? How nice it looks. See that I was blah blah blah, and COVID-19. See, can you see that? Program Understand Gita in 18 days. This came in Times of India. I joined the group, Curiosity in Uganda. 2 weeks taught me Gita, and she said so nice. But also answers to all the problems on complete. I feel the need to put preaching into practice. My various other programs. The 9 to 10, I'll learn how to deal with fear, anger, blah blah. Become a strong-minded person. Now, see, isn't it such a nice thing? Correct? Yeah. Anna? And she looks a respectable person, a bright person. Correct? Given a photo also. Anna, isn't it?
Yes.
This will be another way we can campaign. I don't know whether we have this kind of capacity. These are all local newspaper brought an article on my request. There's an article they brought out, not an ad. There's an article. How this course in Kannada has been implemented already. This is going on. And this person went on Amar Ujala. Here, one person was after me. Can I put up? Can I put up? And after 2-3 months, I said, okay, put up. I don't know who this person now. Published by Dushyant Sharma, but I have to contact him. He put up such a nice thing on his own. Whole course, and how to register. Can you see that? How do you register? He put up. Very correct. And tanav dur karne mein milegi madad. You write like this, that batch was huge, massive registration in Hindi. I had, some 10,000 people registration after this. Such a nice article. Can you see that? Anna? People immediately get, oh my God, it'll help you. There's something take home from this course. 18 days din chalega course. Anna?
Very nice, Prabhuji.
Very nice article.
Very
Put
nice.
a nice photo also. And this, he went ahead and put up. So I need to, we need to have a team. I don't know, we can just sit and call these people up. They said, we like to give you a small ad. Can you put up a, what do you say, follow up on this article? Now it's developed, but they may do that. Right? It was very effective. It's a Delhi edition. The biggest of their edition was Delhi edition. I yesterday checked. So a few million people are hearing it. And this article landed up in their house. I don't know which page it is, but it was good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes. Oh.
Prabhuji, do we have a call center or something like that where like the devotees can call if they have any, like, because I feel that is one of the reasons why they might be dropping out, because they might be having some doubts which might not be answered.
That's why you all have to become teacher quickly.
No, like call center or something like where they can call up and.
No, now we have volunteer facilitator for that now.
We have developed till the call center will need 1,000 people, and we can do.
Prabhuji, I'll share one experience of mine. Hello. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Santosh.
Santosh, you look like some voice modulator or what?
No, Prabhuji. Actually, my mic is having some problem.
No, you're looking a very rich voice.
It's absolutely clear. Yes, bass voice.
Very deep voice.
Yes. Speaking something. Chalo. I'm seeing resource everywhere. Good manager means everywhere he looks for resource. Tell me.
Prabhuji, I'll share my video. See, actually, I've ordered Bhagavad Gita online. I'm having a Hindi version. I wanted an English version also. So I just wanted to show you what I received. I received it from Bhiwandi. I have not intended it to ask from any temple particularly. It was just available online. I'll just show it to you, Prabhuji, what I have received. They sent me this small mantra copy. This is a printed one, laminated one, which has been sent with the Bhagavad Gita. Secondly, they have sent one note, Prabhuji. In this note, what they have done is they have put a record of the things that they can do. Like they're putting a WhatsApp number wherein we can get all the queries answered. Now, this is not an automated WhatsApp number. This has been answered by one of the devotees of the temple. Now, herein, what they say is you can get audiobook on the Bhagavad Gita as well as you can have access to online sessions. So, just for information, I put my details. Like they just say that you put a hi, and then they will give you some details. So they asked for my name and then location, language, and age. I don't know what they do, but this is a concept which I like. Second is they send me this Kanti Mala or the Japamala, which is a Japamala they have sent along with the Bhagavad Gita. And the Bhagavad Gita, this is the Bhagavad Gita I have received, the English version. So what I liked is the mantra copy, this one. This was a nice concept. And secondly, this paper along with the Bhagavad Gita, which clearly says what has to be done. It simplifies the queries of the devotee. So if such thing, say a paper with what we have volunteer facility, we have online courses, so and so, if you can put, that would be a great use to whosoever is ordering them.
What are the classes happening? Now in English, we should know what are the classes happening to all the, we did that last time, again we should do that. All the classes what all are being offered to you, what time Bhagavad class happened, what is the link, correct? At least see we have 5 lakh people in touch with us, 500,000 people. If you can give them clear information, what all it involves, that helps them in nurturing and they know. Because somewhere down the line, you are lucky, you kept in connection. You might have got disconnected for some reason. They don't know where to go, what is the class now, and then they drop out, correct? So we can have a connection, information again, rapidly given. Nice poster we made. We will make again a nice poster and tell them what is all on offer. We develop a new system that the level 2, level 3 courses we develop as little premium. So people maintain seriousness. So I hope that will also help. Thank you. You have a beautiful voice. Santosh. We'll hear you next time.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
What do you do, Santosh?
I am an engineer, Prabhuji. I am working with BSNL.
Okay, you're working in BSNL. Chalo, so we will hear you next time. You have also something to present next time?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Good.
I have a topic.
Good. So the bar hasn't put high now. It's exciting. Everybody has done well today. So all of you.
Prabhuji, when is next time, Prabhuji? Which day?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. This way is good, no? I am also talking. You're also talking. It's fun.
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
And I'll share this. I don't know where I can share. You all are there in one Telegram group? Some Telegram
Yes.
group?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Vivek, take that thing, 2 charts which I showed you. That's beautiful, no charts. Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Mail to me and take the charts and share with everybody.
Yeah, Prabhuji. I'll right away email you.
Okay? Okay, done. So we meet tomorrow.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
We'll continue. So now this course will become fun. Nothing. Now it's relaxed. 4-5 people present every time, and I'm searching for teachers. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
pranam.
Pranam. Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna.